say,
top billin'. Like I said, Seattle is going to be a problem. I saw what I needed to see from them Bulls in the first game. Just too physical. Now look at that. Going all the way on the road to the East Coast with a 1 o'clock start time. And what happened? They put the boots to the Pittsburgh Steelers, something serious, right? And I'm talking about, look at this, right? All the shit that people were talking about, right? Sam Darnold, he trash, right? You know what I'm saying? A couple of turnovers. Imagine if they were playing that clean ball that they want to play. I know Mike McDonald like the back of my hand. I'm trying to tell y'all the type of shit that he wants to do, and this team is perfect for it. They want to play clean ball. They did not play clean ball, and they still walk away with a 31-17 victory on the road against the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? You had Kenneth Walker, right? This was the strangest game ever. Kenneth Walker was getting inside carries, right? Nothing but inside carries. And Zach Charbonnet, they were running him to the perimeter. He had 15 carries for 10 yards, and they were running him. It was weird. It was the weirdest shit ever, but it worked. It still worked because he was going force you. He was still going to get upfield, right? 117 rushing yards, 295 yards. But look at this on the other end right there. To me, man, they were frustrating with that pass rush. That pass rush was getting home. They were doing very good against the run. And then they had this bull right here. Where is he at? DK Metcalf, better known as Dennis Rodman Jr. himself, was held to 3 catches for 20 yards, and he was beating the shit out of the ball with those damn bricklaying stonemason hands that he has, right? On the other side, the guy that I said was the number 1 receiver for the Seattle Seahawks for the past couple of seasons, Jaxon Smith-Njigba, Njigba, went over 100 yards doing his thing, and they say Cooper Kupp was terrible and all this. 7 catches for 90 yards for Cooper Kupp. He was doing his thing. Torrey Horton doing his thing there. The defense, man, Byron Murphy. Byron Murphy starting to flash on them boys. Ernest Jones doing his thing. Tyrese Knight as well. Reek Willen getting punked out by Dennis Rodman Jr. himself right there. But for the most part, you know what I mean, they were doing their thing. Kobe Bryant coming with an interception. Leonard Williams is a menace to society out there. And so is, of course, Jaron Reed. Always a menace to society, of course. Come on, man. What was going on? And they pretty much held those boys in bay. TJ Watt didn't end up with a sack. Imagine that there. Jack Sawyer at the end and shit like that. Peyton Wilson on the blitz there. But all in all, man, you got to give the Seattle Seahawks some credit bouncing back. I thought in the first game, like, that's what's going on right there. That's going to be tough for them to beat. A couple of breaks here, a couple of breaks there. Let's get into this real quick. Your boys got to come back with the All-22. You know I hate these after-game reviews now. I'm making no money. Make sure you support quality content. Send that quality support in, bro, so we can keep this movement going. All right, we're going to start right here. If I can be critical of a man, I can be a man and give him props as well when he does something that I think he should do. And Kenneth Walker was doing the damn thing this game. It was fun to watch this man getting downhill. I mean, look at this right here. He's still dancing a little bit. Bang! Turned a man into a cadaver. They are using this dude's body for science right now. What? Kenneth Walker right here, not quite getting downhill, right? He had to get a little bit of dancing there, right? Nice little jump cut, but then gets back vert, gets skinny through the hole, running through arm tackles, and counters probably a dwarf, let's be real with this right here, a football dwarf here. But if he's a football dwarf, you got to treat them like that. My man tries to square up and instantly gets put on his back pockets. Back pockets, stepped over the man, take a step over the shit we left over, you know what I mean? And then look at that right there, getting him some more yards right there, man. Having people donate their body to science. You have to love it. Physical football from Kenneth Walker III. Check this out. Tennessee breakers within Tennessee breakers. First of all, you got trips, right? You got trips, right? Technically, right, with the 3 tight end set here, so 13 personnel. But this is a weak side run, so it's zone weak. And I want you to watch Kenneth Walker get vert right here, right? Never really want to leave something like this if you really want to get vert in a zone game, right? You want to keep it to where if you're navigating, no matter which way you're going, it's still on a very tight and narrow plane. Now, That's the essence of getting vert with these zones. It's really that simple, right? Especially when the offensive line is doing work, comboing up, Sundell comboing up. Anthony Bradford, to me, has been doing his thing, right? Christian Haynes, who? Right? You're not going to be hearing about him, or even look at Lucas way downfield. Then you get that Trips, right? All them boys, Saubert and them boys, and Arroyo and Barner, all of them doing the damn thing. All Kenneth Walker has to do is do his part. Stay narrow. Get on that vertical plane. Nasty. Now, when you see it, you know you have to call it out, and that would be your boy. Head, I said, oops, upside your head. Prison loving, man. What? Right there, Kenneth Walker definitely got himself a nice escort by Robbie Oots. Look at this. I've been in these positions before. You have to meet the fullback head on as the front side player, right? As the play side linebacker on this one is one-on-one, mano a mano. And look at Robbie Oots. No hesitation here, and bang. Collapse his entire spinal column, right? Embalming fluid in him. Embalming fluid, right? Look at this, cherries, lemons, and bananas in his eyes, right? And then he just turned over and just gave it up for some prison loving, right? He's just like, you know what? As a matter of fact, we're going to have to go ahead and blur that out for all the children who should not be watching. Remember, top billing is for 25 and up. But you can see the type of physicality that Seattle Seahawks are bringing. And I was trying to tell you guys, baby, physicality, that's the way to go. Everybody's trying to be finesse. You go the other way. And obviously, once you start gashing these fools in the run game, they have to start paying the respect that it deserves, right? So you get the mission abort play action fake on right there. Nothing but airspace and opportunity. And look at your boy Kupp right here, right? Kupp running like somebody's uncle, though, right? What's that, Kupp? Your boy Cooper Kupp right here with the Walker cane. What y'all like that? What kind of fake is that with the arms and shit like that? Kupp be getting vert, boy. He do not care. I love watching Kupp in the scene. You give him that ball, he getting straight up field. Straight up. But look at this right here, right? Mission abort, play action fake. A.J. Barner coming through, cleaning it up backside, right? Getting that there, everybody doing work, Bradford doing work, Ola with Teamy in the game, or Sundell is in the game actually at this particular point in time, right? Good to see Olu. Everything's good for you guys on that front there. It goes to show you, man, some talent and some depth at these positions. All right, look at Kupp. Man, he was really getting rid of the ball fast. I'm telling you, this was everything that I saw last week. It just needed to be on a grander scale, a little bit more efficient. Now, imagine if they cut the turnovers, what it could look like there. But the quick game was in vogue there. Hot new sponsor, and that is Profit X, a peer-to-peer sports prediction exchange that is killing the market right about now. If you like me, you like a switch up in life, back to the basics. And that's exactly what Profit X is, as you will be going against different users instead of sports books versus the house. If you're trying to get the best prices on any player props, money line spreads, the whole nine, then you know it'll be against other players where you can set your own odds and welcome all challengers. Use promo code TOPBILLIN and claim up to $200 in profit cash on all plays for the first 30 days playing on the site. Terms and conditions apply. As a matter of fact, let's see what's going on in my world, combat sports. The biggest fight, man, probably in the last decade, Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, and I see that they're giving 168 to Bud Crawford. Canelo Alvarez is a beast. That's my man, at least before he ducked David Benavidez, right? But Bud Crawford is one of these guys. Both of these guys are generational talents. I'm going to take this plus 168 on Bud Crawford to win. I think he can do it on points, avoid enough damage to be able to control the bout and to be able to land just enough to where he can eke out a decision over Canelo Alvarez. I'm going to go ahead and throw 100 on that bad boy. All right, and you should do the same thing too. Head on over to Profit X, baby. We in there. All right, remember I told you the story about Yosemite Sam Darnold here, right? He was the original Yosemite Sam for me when I covered him for Rivals.com when he was in college at USC. I didn't attach that moniker to Sam Howell, right, because I thought I'd never cover Sam Darnold again, but here he is right here. He definitely doing his Yosemite Sam thing because I said that he was a gunslinger back then. My man right there, that was a backbreaker for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They had the perfect call right here. I'm not sure about some of these blitz pickup schemes. I've seen this a couple of times, right? I seen one with Kenneth Walker when they left somebody unblitzed right there. Zach Charbonnet a little bit late on this one right here. But Sam Darnold's able to leverage this, right? And then with the back, right? Look at that fadeaway jumper with the kiss to A.J. Barner. And, of course, they got out of that jam right there thanks to your man Sam. Yosemite Sam. They won't let Sam Darnold throw the ball down the field, Cletus. Who is clearly cheating, right? Clearly grabbing the back of that man's jersey right there, holding his pockets, right? Like out there on the yard and still couldn't catch up to this man. Jaxon Smith-Njigba making Ramsey look bad. Bad. Now here's a real number one receiver. Look at that shit. Holding that man's pockets, right? Hold my pockets, punk. And couldn't stop him, right? On the other hand, tell me you guys, listen, it's not my team, right? But there's no way you guys had this dude on your team and you missed this doofus, right? This dude's doing dumb shit like this, right? I will say this, though. Tariq Woolen's scared to the mouth. He wants no problems with that shit, right? He was just resided to the fact that it was going to happen. He was going to be good about it, which actually works in his favor, right? Maybe DK Metcalf gets in trouble, but obviously it works in his favor because he can use that as an excuse because he's probably scared to death of DK Metcalf because you know they did this shit in practice all the time, right? Stone Mason hands showed up again. Look at this right here. At least he didn't try to body catch. Aaron Rodgers laid it out in front of him, right? I guess we see why he does body catch now. But damn, look at this. But look, he did have a couple of really good catches in his game, but you can see the inconsistencies with his hands, man. Just not a natural hands catcher. Obviously, he's an NFL player, and he's a very, very, very good talent. So he's going to make some great plays. But, I mean, come on. How many times did you guys see this with him in you guys' uniform? Fertilizing the ball with his hands, beating the shit out of the ball with his hands. Man's got them Terrence Crawford, Bud Crawford hands. Tory of them, right? A little bit of interference right here. I'm not sure Jalen Ramsey thought he could still run like back in the early 2000s, but look at that Dr. Fauci style separation right there. That's day one of the pandemic. He was just definitely afraid, like, we don't want no problems here. We don't want to be around each other. That's that type of separation right there. Jalen Ramsey, right, looking stupid on film. Like, he's stupid anyway. I can't stand Jalen Ramsey, but he looked even dumber right there. Your boy Torrey Horton, man. Right, add him in with Cooper Kupp. Like I said before, you get certain type of receivers who fit certain type of programs, right? If you're going to run a Clint Kubiak scheme, do you really need a whole bunch of vertical threats? You need some guys who can do that in the interim, but you're going to be working with the efficiency of within the realm of efficiency mostly. So why not have Cooper Kupp, Jaxon Smith-Njigba, all these guys who can run routes, who have good hands, and guys that'll be, 75-80% of your offense, and then you get some of these guys. And Torrey Horton can do both. You know what I mean? Jaxon Smith-Njigba can do both. So, I don't know. It's looking real good. Adding those tight ends when you start getting it working like that with that run game. Yeah. But listen, I just wanted to concentrate on the offense. I did the defense last time. I want to concentrate on the offense. People were down in the dumps about that. You can see the exact direction that they're going there. Offensive line looked a lot better, especially with the run game there. Still was pass protecting pretty well, right? Had some busts in some of the pass protection schemes there, but they'll clean that up as well. So let me know what you think about this one. Got people who live game to game. I guess that's what fans do. You'll have fans like dumbasses coming to the channel talking about Zach Charbonnet and his game that he had, and then Kenneth Walker. It's literally one game, right? If we're just going to go about one game and you can go pick any game prior to that, any singular game, and have the similar results but flipped on the other side, then you know you're just a clown, man. Stop being a clown in life. Get yourself something to do, all right? That being said, big salute to everybody out there. Patreon.com/TopBillin. Make sure you're getting full unedited videos. And, of course, you're getting some of those content items that I won't be releasing on YouTube. Patreon exclusive drawings as well. So make sure you sign up for that there. And make sure that you're there in case these videos have to get chopped up. And I put the full unedited ones on the Patreon. All right. Salute.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.